na, dhin, dhin, na, dhin, dhin, na, dhin, dhin, na, dhik, dhin, dhin, na, dik tha dig dig the, dik tha dig dig the, dik tha dig dig the.
Tirikita tha, tirikita tha, tha ti tha.
Katha kahe, so Kathak kahave. This means that the one who says a story is a Kathak. And that is the first statement that one learns when one starts to learn Kathak. Kathak began in the ancient temples of North India, where mimers and bards used to take their musical instruments and move from village to village through temple courtyards to describe through dance and mime the stories of gods and goddesses. And this is a very beautiful starting place in the history of this dance form. When the Mughals invaded India and took over the northern belt to rule, they took these Kathak dancers into their courts for their lavish entertainment. And the Persian influence, the Persian elements of the dance form were infused into the classical setup, which was actually more of a folk setup back then. The combination of these two rich cultures, the Hindu and the Muslim, is very evident in modern day Kathak, because these are the two main pillars of this wonderfully vast ocean called Kathak. From the Mughal emperors, the Kathak dancers picked up the nuances of pirouettes, footwork, the anarkali, the ghazal, the salam. The dance form moved into the British era, where there was a lot of deformation of the dance form because of the way it started getting treated in the courts of the Muslims. Bharatnatyam is the dance form of Tamil Nadu, southern India, and Kathak is the dance form of North India. Culturally, Kathak is a dance form that was passed down through generations through an oral tradition without much dependence or use of scriptural formal study. It was a system of a family passing on its knowledge from generation to generation and then into students beyond the family. So it is a dance form that came down through an oral tradition, whereas the Bharatanatyam tradition is that of a more rigid format, study of the Natya Shastra and other such texts. Kathak began in North India, and they say that the first space where it actually sprouted was Lucknow. So the Lucknow Gharana of Kathak is the most popular Gharana, and it is the Gharana that is known for its lucid movements and a lot of expressional pieces. If there's a Krishna, he would be very beautifully shown with the entire Tribhanga of the body language visible. The Jaipur Gharana became a Gharana of footwork and a lot of energy. There was a lot more Nritya and less of Nritya in the Jaipur Gharana. And like even if Krishna was there, he would be a jumping Krishna, a Natkhat Krishna, those Krishna with a more mukut. This started more in the Jaipur Gharana. The Banaras Gharana took on the nuances of the Lucknow Gharana and the Jaipur Gharana. And you would see the Natwari Tukda, which is the Tukda of the dancer, the dance syllables more into play than that of the percussion or the tabla, which is not the case in the Lucknow and the Jaipur Gharanas. They say when a huge ocean bifurcates into tributaries, it takes along with it its energy and its waters, but it finds its own route. Likewise, Devaniya, the school of Kathak in Chennai, began to evolve a different stylization based on the body language of the geography in which it has been born. All of that you would find in the Dakshin Gharana of Kathak.
I started learning Kathak at the very young age of 8. And not only has it been an integral part of my life, but has shaped me for who I am today. I believe learning an art form is more than just it. Learning Kathak, for example, has helped me flow gracefully and conduct and carry myself with confidence. Kathak has given me a medium to express myself and has helped me become more open and confident out in the real world.
Life is all about expressions and profound experiences. In expression, what more aesthetic than poise and grace? The important thing of life is stability, and the stability comes in physical and mental. An amalgamation of all these things is art. The pinnacle of expression of art is through dance, and for me that is Kathak.
We are taught teamwork from the start. We look out for each other, work together, help each other out and grow as a team. Expressions is our means of communication with the audience. There's an aspect of Kathak called Gath, wherein the dancer depicts short cameos of life without any words but with only expressions and a set pattern of movement. So when you take the expressions out, then it is just a set of movements and it loses its meaning and becomes monotonous. The aim of Abhinaya is to bring out those varied emotions or navarasas in the audience, amongst the audience or the rasikas, thereby establishing a connection with them, which makes the dance more beautiful.
नाचत नटवर तकत राधा
धाक दिंदा दिंदा तक धाक दिंदा दिंदा धाक दिंदा दिंदा तक धाक दिंदा दिंदा धाक दिंदा दिंदा धाम दिख तत कत्ता थी तत आ थी तत ता थी तत आ थी तत ता थी तत आ थी तत ता थी तत आ थी तत धाक दिंदा दिंदा तक धाक दिंदा दिंदा
Kathak as a dance form is very popular for its chakras, that is the spins. It takes immense focus to find balance between them and to end it with a stance. It has helped me become more extroverted and expressive in life. Kathak is full of nuanced movements of foot, eyes, hands and facial expressions. I recently learned how to drive a car and I feel that Kathak, which is a very nuanced art form, has helped me with the coordination of foot, eyes, hands, etc. And it has also helped me in many more aspects of life.
Tig dha dig dig the, tig dha dig dig the, tig dha dig dig ta, the, tat a, the, tat ta, tat a, the, ya tat, trikathet, dhagititi kataga digina dha, dhagititi kataga digina dha, dha, dhin, ta dha, dha ti ta dha, dha ti ta dha tha ti ta, dhagiti ta gadige na nagiti ta kata kata dha trakadeki ta dhagidege nagiti ti kata dha, takita dha, takita dha, takita dha trakadeki ta dhagidege nagiti ti kata dha, takita dha, takita dha, takita dha trakadeki ta dhagidege nagiti ti kata dha, takita dha, takita dha, takita dha.
Kathak is an elegant and subtle dance form that brings me a lot of internal happiness. So I'm a businesswoman, it's a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, and Kathak is my space where I come and let it all out. So it's my own little world, it's my world where I am able to express, where I'm able to let go and able to express myself, in a much more relaxed, efficient, and a least stressful way.
Tirikita dha, dhati dha. Dhakita dha dhakita kid dhakita kid dhakita dhumakita taka gadigina nagatita ta ditta gadigina dha gadigina dha gadigina dha 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 gadigina dha gadigina dha gadigina dha 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 gadigina dha gadigina dha gadigina dha dha dha. Takita dhikita taka takita taka takita ta hey tak hey thun thun na 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 takita dhikita taka takita taka takita.
It takes time to traverse into timelessness. It takes boundaries to break free of them. To weightlessly let the winds take you in their swirl, you need first to plunge into the storm. Yes, to be the core, the steady axis, the blazing arrow slicing through a starry sky. This is what one learns with the study of an art form like Kathak, to go beyond the body shell. But for this, passion, patience, respect, humility, and a certain madness are essential.
பார்க்கும் விழி